Hi there, this is Professor Stewart with CCRI's English 1220 Introduction to Poetry. Today we are looking at how to share our annotated bibliography as a Google Doc. Now, if you don't have a Gmail account, you will need to set one up. It's free, and I use it a lot. I use Google Slides for slideshows. And it's nice because it automatically saves your work. You don't have to bring it around. You just log into your Gmail and everything shows right up for you there, okay? And so we're going to go ahead and jump in here and take a look at the assignment, okay? And so what we're doing here this week is developing and sharing an annotated bibliography. So if you work in Word primarily or Pages or some other format, you will have to look into how to upload that into the Google Drive and then share it. But I would recommend really exploring Google Docs and just type right in and then you could share that. So let's take a look then at the assignment first. Annotated bibliography, if you're not familiar with it, is a way to get familiar with your sources. And so what you're going to be doing is providing me with two of these, okay? This is an annotated bibliography entry. You have your works cited entry, and this is the annotation piece. The nice thing about this is you'll be able to, once you're done and we've maybe shared back and forth a few times and you've perfected it, you'll have a perfect MLA formatted citation before you even get to your research paper. And that way, just one less thing to worry about, okay? And so what do we do to, now the format, you will have plenty of resources. We're gonna be looking at MLA formatting. But for the annotation itself, you have three pieces: summarize, assess, and reflect. In the summarize part, let's say your source is let's say it's a YouTube video. You're going to provide a 4 to 6 sentence summary. What was it about? The assess piece is going to be how you feel, how reliable you feel the information is. You could, if it's a video, you're going to be looking at things like, you can look in the comment section, you can look at likes, how many views, things like that. If it's viewed a lot, then a lot of people have seen that. And finally, the reflect piece, how does it shape your argument? Is it something to support a pre-existing belief, or did it kind of guide you in a new direction? Okay, so you're gonna have three pieces there. And you can see here, I put in bold that assess and reflect part, okay? Also keep in mind, this is a nice list from the CCRI library, 6 rules for evaluating sources: accuracy, authority, objectivity, currency, coverage, and relevancy. So I'll let you take a look at that. Along the process, I encourage you to visit the library and stop in and get some help from a reference librarian. Super helpful. The currency piece, make sure that your source is within the last 5 years. That's the typical rule on that, okay? Not only do we have the guidelines here, but we also have a past student who kindly gave me permission here to use their annotated bibliography as an example for you guys. So you can see here, you're only going to need 2 sources for this, but you have 4 examples to look at here. Let's see, is there... So again, you're going to see this hanging indent, which can be a little tricky, but you're going to have to play around with. As I said, we'll provide you with MLA format resources so that you can get this just right. Okay, so that's the sample. And now we're going to jump into the, we're going to jump right into the Google piece. I'm trying to make this go away. All right, so if you have a Gmail account, then you're going to go into the grid here. If you do not have a Gmail account, you will need to set one up, and that's free. And I highly recommend it. So you're going to be looking for, you can go to Drive in some cases, but we're going to go right to Docs. We're going to start something fresh here. We're going to open up a blank doc. Go ahead and title that. Okay, we got Franny's annotated bib here. We're going to go ahead and make 2 perfect annotated bibliographies, right? So the name's really important because what I'm going to do is get an email notification when you share this. Remember, you're not linking it, you're not emailing it to me. You're going to use this blue share button here for this assignment as well as for the final research paper. So for yourself, you might want to add a shortcut to save it. You could put it in a special folder, things like that, okay? So let's go ahead and look at how we do this. So the first time you share with someone, you're going to have to type in, but once you've shared something with me, you can hover and go right here to copy, and we're going to copy that email and then just paste it in. Okay, so that's it. That's all you need to do. You do not need to put a message unless you want to just say hi. But otherwise, that's all you're doing. Remember, you're sharing a Google Doc. You're not emailing it. You're not sending a link, nothing like that. You're not going to use it through any convoluted email or anything. And we're going to send that. And that's all there is to it. Okay, now we're going to jump over and I'll show you on my end what I get. And you'll see it right here. And that's what I'm going to get from you is Franny's annotated bib. I'm going to go in there and open that up, and easy peasy. Now, when I'm done with it, I'm going to share it back to you, and you're going to get an email as well from me to say, perfect, good job, or I might say, why don't you make a couple changes there before I grade it, because we want you to make sure you get it right, get the best grade that you can. And that is the screencast on the annotated bibliography and how to share a Google Doc. This is Professor Stewart for CCRI's English 1220 Introduction to Poetry. Again, thanks for watching.